If you think I'm about to sit here and overreact to a week 2 football game, you're absolutely right. YouTube, what is going on? It's Zaya here from Zaya&TheSteelers, and we are back with another post-game reaction, and we are back with our first loss of the season as the Pittsburgh Steelers look absolutely, monumentally terrible against the Seattle Seahawks. Ladies and gentlemen, I know I've been gassing up the defense, right? Obviously after week 1 against the Jets, I was like, all right, we'll come back down to earth. And low-key today, they played horrible again, but it wasn't as bad as the offense played. And ladies and gentlemen, this offensive line is pitiful. We're going to start it with the offensive line because despite the lack of weapons that kind of came into fruition in this game, despite the Caleb Johnson play, and we'll talk about that, and despite the defense just doing their absolute best to avoid the running back, despite the defense doing its absolute best to avoid Jackson Smith and Jigba, the offensive line is just the one glaring issue that continuously pops out to me. I hate to do this. I'm really, really sorry, Mr. Broderick Jones, but I don't know how much longer I can, and maybe it's not even Broderick Jones' fault, right? Broderick Jones is catching the slander for an entire offensive line group, and it's not only him. We need to get rid of our offensive line coach. Like, it has to happen. We are continuously playing these stupid-ass zone running schemes, and they just do not work. Broderick Jones is out there, and he does not know who to cover. He doesn't know who to block. Nobody on the offensive line does half the time. Aaron Rodgers is 41 years old. He has no knees. He has no legs. His feet are probably fucked up. If you look at his toes, what are the people who do the toes, like the nail tech, whatever. Like, those people would see Aaron Rodgers' toes and be like, ugh. That's what I'm saying. That is the quarterback we have. And in that quarterback, in that situation, we continuously cannot block anybody. Aaron Rodgers, there was a lot of plays throughout the game where he's like fighting for his life. He's throwing it. He's getting up. He's shaking off his hand. He's getting up. He's like dusting off his jersey. Like, this guy, he is so old. And maybe that's not even really an issue, right? Like, maybe Aaron Rodgers being 41 years old, like, it wouldn't matter if he was 41 and it wouldn't matter if he was 21. This offensive line is ass. However, we know Aaron Rodgers, he can't really escape. That's why we were so excited about Justin Fields. That's why we were excited about Russell Wilson. That's why we're excited about any young quarterback coming to the team, because we know our offensive line is so ass that the quarterback is going to need to be able to run away, from the defensive line, because we're not getting any blocks, all right? The offensive line is piss poor. Calvin Austin, him running into Muth on that touchdown, causing Aaron Rodgers to get an interception, piss poor, right? It's like the fundamentals we can never get down, and that's what everybody be saying about Tomlin. And I'm normally a Mike Tomlin defender, but today, Mike Tomlin, you're going to get dunked on, honestly. Today, the coaches, you guys are going to get dunked on. Steelers fans were getting dunked on. Steelers coach fans, like, everybody is getting clapped today. And I can't play defense this time. Not this time. Other situations, maybe I will play some defense, but not this time. Speaking of playing defense, do we do that in Pittsburgh anymore? Do we play defense anymore? Because I certainly can't tell. Now, realistically, right, we gave up a bunch of points, right? There's no sugarcoating it. We gave up a bunch of points, but one touchdown was the Caleb Johnson thing, which I'll talk about in a second, and maybe I'll pull it up. But one touchdown was because of that, and then another touchdown maybe can be attributed to the fact that the offense can't stay on the fucking field for more than 3 downs, right? So, like, I get it. You're tired. You're huffing and puffing, but fam, Terrell Austin, then I called out the offensive line coach. I can't even think of his name, but Terrell Austin, I know your name. The Steelers Nation, we all know your name. Terrell Austin, he has to go. He has to go. That's it. He has to go. We have made all of these acquisitions, and granted, we're dealing with some injury. No Derek Harmon out there again, and like, I'm seeing people talking about, man, when we get Derek Harmon back, brother, this is the highest paid defense in the world, and you're sitting here telling me we are relying on and he's a first-round pick, Derek Harmon. He's a fantastic player. But we are relying on Derek Harmon to look like we give a fuck on defense. Like, we are relying for him to look like we care about stopping the run. Like, that, to me, is just absolute nonsense. And Terrell Austin, like, not only in the run department, which, by the way, we can't stop a thing in the run department. Not only that, but continuously, these zones that we run do not work. Wide receivers are wide open every single play. Peyton Wilson, he was doing his best out there in pass coverage, but maybe even he's, playing lackluster at this moment. Patrick Queen, he played a pretty good game, I guess, but looking at the defense, it's hard for me to, like, pinpoint something. Jalen Ramsey had an interception. Jalen Ramsey blocked a field goal, but then Jalen Ramsey let Jackson Smith and Jigba get a deep catch down the field. You know what I'm saying? Jack Sawyer, he got his first sack today. Nick Herbig, he got an interception today, which is nice. But fam, we are just giving up so many chunk plays on the defense, and then you pass it forward to the offense. It's like, all right, we gave up a touchdown. Offense, it's on you. What are you gonna do? We are doing absolutely nothing, man. Freiermuth, he had some good catches in this game, but there was one specific play where Aaron Rodgers, he's on the run off his back foot, chucks the ball like 82 yards. Like, it was like the greatest throw we've ever seen, and Muth drops it. DK Metcalf, he had a touchdown. He was doing his thing, but it didn't feel like, hey, we care about this game. We want to stomp the Seahawks. It was the other way around. It was Sam Darnold and the Seahawks being like, you know what? We don't need DK Metcalf. Like, we are just driving all over this defense. And like I said, it's only week 2, but am I going to overreact? For sure. Because this defense, it's the highest paid. We need to get this shit in order. And are we going to get it in order? I don't know, man. Maybe when a 20-year-old Derek Harmon comes in fresh out of college, fresh out of, what did he play, Oregon? Maybe we're relying on the Oregon Duck to come in and remotivate the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, the Steel Curtain, the highest paid defense in the league. The defense with what's his name, TJ Watt on the team. You see the jersey in the back. I normally never, slander TJ Watt. However, we have now gone 6 games without a TJ Watt sack. They refuse to run the ball to him, like on his side of the field. TJ Watt, man, I don't know how you do it. I don't know what you got to do, but brother, we're going to need some impact plays, man. And maybe just the fact that like they are refusing to run to your side is the impact play. But like I said, everybody is getting clapped right now. I can't play defense for everybody. TJ Watt, they're throwing your name out there. Cam Hayward and Connor Hayward, just off the strength. I don't even know the games you guys played, but just off the strength, everybody is hating on you. And can I defend it today? No, I can't defend it today. Do I think it's going to be better? I hope so. I keep saying, it's going to be better. I keep saying, I hope it's going to be better. Like, there's no way that this highest paid defense is going to continuously get carved up the way that they do. And then it keeps happening. And so I can keep hoping. However, I just don't think that the hope is going to come to fruition. Now, like I said, it's only week 2, and I'm very frustrated. And we're into the video. Now, let's tell you guys a story about why I am so frustrated. Not only because the Pittsburgh Steelers in their home opener, in a game I had to use alternative methods to watch the game, and I had to continuously, get, you guys know what I'm saying. You click it, add X, click it, add X, click it, add X. Oh, finally, I get to watch the game. Guess what? The stream, it goes down anyway. So that's why I'm frustrated. 1, 2. We're going to talk about some college football real quick. I had a parlay. This is, gamble responsibly. I had a parlay with 8 different college football legs. And out of the 8, I hit 7 of them. The one game I didn't get, ladies and gentlemen, it is the University of Pittsburgh and the Backyard Brawl. I don't know why I picked them. I don't know why. I normally never pick my favorite teams, but I'm like, you know what? We got this. West Virginia stinks. Pitt blows my parlay. Okay, so I'm down on the night. Like I've lost all my money gambling. What's going on tonight? Oh, there's a nice little boxing match tonight. Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Crawford. Let me just throw a little bit of money on Crawford. Literally, like, we're talking about degenerate gambler. I need to call the hotline move, right? That I made, right? Like, I need to call the hotline because I did that shit. But I did it, right? And Terrence Crawford won. He literally won the fucking match, and so I get some of the money back. It's not that much, but, I get a little bit of the money back. Guess what? We got football on Sunday. I craft another 6-leg parlay, right? And you guys know where I'm going with this. I craft another 6-leg parlay, and I made the same exact mistake again. I picked a Pittsburgh team. I'm looking at the parlay right now, and we hit 5 of the 6 legs because the Pittsburgh Steelers sold me. The Pittsburgh football organization, between college and the professional leagues, they sold me this weekend. I will never forget the weekend of September 2025. And it's been a crazy time. This has been a tumultuous week, to say the least. But yeah, so I lost money twice betting on Pittsburgh teams this weekend. So maybe that's where the anger comes from. Maybe the anger comes from the fact that I've been saying we need to get rid of our offensive line coach, and they keep like, oh, we got Kenneth Gainwell, man, why are we snapping him the ball so much? But, it's like, hey, we need to do this. And it's like, nah, fam, we're bringing in Aaron Rodgers this time. Hey, we need to get rid of Terrell Austin. Nah, we're bringing in Jalen Ramsey, fire emoji. This is what the Steelers have done to me. This is what it's like they just don't listen. And I know know we're just peons as fans. Like, we just don't matter at all. But, and Steelers fans, I'll be honest, a lot of you guys, I'll say us, like a lot of us, we're very overblown, we're very dramatic. Most of the time, we don't know what the hell we're talking about, right? Like, we're just bitching and moaning. But Terrell Austin needing to go, like, that is a fact. It is a fact of life. He needs to go. Our offensive line coach, he needs to go, because right now we are wasting everybody's time. Are we going to get better? Maybe, but we just watched the same Pittsburgh Steelers who went in a shootout with the Jets. The Jets, they faced Buffalo, and Buffalo absolutely stomped them. Now, realistically, we're not there with Buffalo. Like, everybody knows that, but, like, you know, we shouldn't know. We shouldn't really actually know. Like, we should know because of, you know, football superstition and nonsense like that. We shouldn't have tangible evidence in week 2 of where we are as a team and why we don't have a chance. We've seen the Steelers before in pretty recent seasons be able to mask it, be able to trick us, be able to blind us. There is no tricks today. We can't do shit on offense. Aaron Rodgers is he's hiking the ball and he's immediately getting rid of it. You know why? Because there's pressure in his face. You know what else? You know why? Because our receiving core, Calvin Austin, DK Metcalf, Roman Wilson, Jonnu Smith, like, we're not getting open. We're flat out, we are not getting open. Like, it's just, it's sad, really, it's sad. So Aaron, he snaps, he has to throw the ball immediately because, you know, we just can't block. We're getting these 3 to 5 yard plays every snap, and it's like, all right, we're going to try to grind it out. We're going to try to grind it out to get off the field. But that only works if you can consistently get first downs. That only works if you can consistently get, you know, good chunk plays. Not, hey, we're going to 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. Wow, look at Jaylen Warren, man. That guy is a hooper. 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. That is the Steelers offense. It's like, hey, DK Metcalf, please be open. Chuck. Calvin Austin, please be open. Chuck, like, that is legit our offense. And like I said, it is sad to see. And then the Caleb Johnson thing. I have like where's it at? I have like a screenshot of it now. I'm not playing it because, as you guys talked about, or as I talked about, I lost money this weekend, right? And so I need this video to be monetized low key. Like, I'm trying to pay the rent off this video alone. But Caleb Johnson, for some reason, this guy is our kick returner, right? I don't know why. I don't know who picked it. I don't know who decided, hey, this is the move. But Caleb Johnson, he's out there, and he doesn't know the rules. So they kick it off, right, and the ball, it's snapped to him, and I'm pretty sure he touches it, right? Like, which alone is an L, because, like, if he touches it and they recover, it's a fumble. Anyway, though, the ball, it just rolls into the end zone, and I guess with the rules, if the ball rolls into the end zone and the defense is the one to recover it, it's a touchdown. It's literally a touchdown. And, you know, I'll be honest, we're going to sit here and we're going to get upset at Caleb Johnson, right? Like, you know, like, we're all mad at him. Boo, you stink. How do you not know the rules? I didn't know that shit either, I'll be honest. I didn't know that shit. I knew if you touched it and, like, if you touch it, it becomes a live ball. But if it just rolls into the end zone and the defense is the one to recover it, I guess it's still a touchdown too. I didn't know that. However, I'm not the fucking kick returner of a National Football League team, and the team is the Pittsburgh Steelers, and our coach is Dan Smith. I'm not that guy. Caleb Johnson is. He needs to never be on kickoff returns again. We need to, literally, there is not a single practice squad person who's fast who can do this. Like, why is Caleb Johnson? Why is Kenneth Gainwell? Why is Calvin Austin? Why are these guys the ones who are absolutely doing it for this team? And Caleb Johnson, because he doesn't have, like, that big a role for the offense, it makes sense. Like, okay, you know, he's not going to run the ball. He's not going to get, like, offensive snaps, but we can throw him on special teams to get him some reps. Not if he can't, not if he doesn't know the rules, man. It's just like, today was awful, honestly. You guys see it. I'm bitching and moaning at this point. Today was awful, and it feels like I'm still asleep. It feels like this actually didn't happen, but it appears like it did. So we are now 1-1. We're going to, are we going to Ireland this week? Is that our next game? Is against the Vikings in Ireland? If so, sheesh, man. Like, I'm scared. I'm scared about that, but I guess we'll have to see. Just an awful performance. I'm pretty upset. I know you guys are pretty upset. We'll try to regroup. I'm still a Steelers fan. You know, I got the utmost faith in this team. I don't, but I got the utmost faith in this team. I think we'll, you know, get it back. We'll do our thing. We'll finish with a winning record, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season. Is it going to come this year? Find out next time. Anyways, this has been Zaya from Zaya and the Steelers, and I'll see you guys in the next video, man. Fuck.